Should old acquaintance be forgot, never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot, and old lang syne?
Welcome home!
For old lang syne, my joke.
Randy Bullock to attempt.
For old lang syne,
Kick.
of kindness yet.
As the Titan.
For old
Get it done.
lang syne.
Again.
This week on Titans All Access, it's a happy new year. It may be 2022 on the calendar, but the Titans are still working to complete a successful 2021 season. General Manager John Robinson stops by to talk ball. From Jackrabbit's interception to AJ's return, Beneath the Surface with Coach Mack covers the biggest plays from last week's Thursday night thriller. Plus, Morgan Cox is new to the Titans, but not new to Tennessee. The long snapper is this week's Nissan Insider. And the mayor of Murfreesboro is a Pro Bowler once again. But it's what Kevin Byard does away from the field that really makes him special. All of that and so much more as we ring in the new year. Coming up on Titans All Access.
The monster, Derrick Henry. Sack! Rashawn Evans. A.J. Brown to the house. Ryan Tannehill taking him to school.
Welcome to the BetMGM studio and Titans All Access. I'm Mike Keith. Amie Wells will join me in the next segment, but to open this program, we're talking ball with Titans General Manager John Robinson, presented by Dunkin'. And John, I got to ask you first. Now, I know it's been over a week since the San Francisco game, but we haven't talked since then, so you got to tell me what jumped out to you from that big win over the 49ers.
Yeah, Mike, I think it was our overall, how much we stressed the keys throughout the course of the week, a short week coming off that Pittsburgh game, about taking care of the football offensively and finding ways to create turnovers on defense. We were able to do that offensively, take care of the football. We caused 3 fumbles. They didn't quite bounce our way, but we got 2 picks, which really helped push us over the edge and play really good football, especially in the second half.
Bud Dupree has had sacks in back-to-back games since coming off the injured reserve. What does Dupree bring to the defense?
Yeah, I think he's got excellent size. He's got excellent power. He plays hard. When he gets back there, he's trying to dislodge the football. He's trying to create a turnover. He gives good chase on the backside of plays. He's strong at the point. He just continues to refine the details of his game specific to his position. But he's had some really good snaps for us of late.
It's great to see A.J. Brown back out there. He is so impactful. What is it about his game that adds such explosion to the Titans offense?
Well, I think he's got great chemistry with Ryan, obviously. Ryan trusts him to throw the ball to him. He's got route craft. He's savvy. He sets his breaks up really well. He's a big, strong, powerful receiver. He's really good with the ball in his hands after the catch to either pull away from traffic speed-wise or run through tackles because he is so strong. We're certainly going to need to continue to stack those types of games together down the stretch.
We've talked so much about the free agents that you signed and how successful they are fitting in. I want to talk about Morgan Cox. He's going to be our Nissan Insider later in the program, and he's a long snapper, but John, he's really a lot more than that to this football team. Why was signing Morgan Cox such a priority for you last year?
Yeah, I think we were looking for a snapper. Morgan and Brett Kern, they knew each other. He's from Memphis. He wanted to be a little closer to home. It really worked out well for us. Those long snappers, their job kind of goes unnoticed unless it's a bad snap, so you don't really notice Morgan a lot, but he's got good speed to get down the field on the coverage units. He's a smart football player. He's just a really steady presence on the special teams units for what he brings to the team.
Talk to me, if you would, about these Miami Dolphins who started 1-7. They were completely left for dead, and now they're in the playoff hunt. What gives with Miami's big resurgence?
Yeah, they're playing really good right now, Mike. I think defensively, there's a lot of pressure. They blitz a lot. They try to cause as much disruption up front with that front 7 as possible, whether it's, that's Wilkins, whether it's Phillips off the edge, Baker at linebacker, Roberts at linebacker. The secondary is really, really good, with 2 Pro Bowlers in Jones and Howard. The safety tandem, the rookie Hollins, playing outstanding football out of Oregon. And then offensively, you've got weapons at receiver. You got speed at receiver with Waddle and Wilson. Gesicki at tight end is he's a big target. It's a younger offensive line that's playing pretty good. And Tua is playing good football. He's playing good football right now and moving them down the field.
Let's talk about Tagovailoa and what he has done in year 2. Since he's come back from injury, few quarterbacks in the league have been more sort of proficient at just running the offense. Where has he improved the most in year 2?
I think he looks more comfortable, Mike. He looks poised back there. He doesn't really get rattled. His completion percentage is up. He's thrown for 14 touchdowns. He just looks more comfortable in the offense. He doesn't get rattled. He's got good arm strength. He's mobile in the pocket. He can get himself out of trouble and scamper for a few yards if he needs to run. But I think just his overall familiarity with the offense and with the guys he's throwing to, it's certainly made him, take a step in the right direction.
What do you want to see more of from your Tennessee Titans on Sunday against the Dolphins?
Well, I think we got to build off that second half we had in the San Francisco game, Mike. Converting passes, moving the football down the field, playing complementary football in all 3 phases, continue to take care of the football. I think when we take care of the football, when we play smart, when we can get some turnovers and get the ball back to our offense, that's our style. We play gritty. These games are close as you get down in late December, as every team's making a push for the playoffs. So if you can play clean football, you got a chance. You got a chance. So we want to see us continue to build off what we did in the second half.
John, go get a win on Sunday, and thank you.
Let's do it, Mike.
All right. John Robinson with us, Talking Ball, presented by Duncan. When we come back, Amie Wells is here. So you can stay with us, because I promise she's coming next on Titans All Access. We welcome you to the BetMGM studio once again, and as promised, Amie Wells is here. She's new to this show, but she's not new to this show. She's on every week.
Well, you know who else is new to Tennessee, but not new to Tennessee?
Who?
Morgan Cox.
Morgan Cox, of course.
Yeah, of course. So, it's good for him to be back in a place, but he's kind of already familiar.
Very much so. He's from Collierville, Tennessee, just outside of Memphis. He snapped for the University of Tennessee and then went on to the Baltimore Ravens and went to 4 Pro Bowls. But exciting to have him back, as he means a lot to the Tennessee Titans in 2021. And it's good to be back in his own part of the country.
So, Morgan, you spent 11 seasons with one team, and then you move on to a different team. How hard is it to make a change, especially when you have a job that's so regimented, so routine,
right,
and it's the same over and over and over and over again?
Yeah, I was in Baltimore for 11 years, 9 of which I spent with the same 2 people, 2 kickers and punter. And we did. We had our routine every single year, spring, training camp, all the way through the season and everything. It was definitely a change, but I've enjoyed getting to find a new routine with Brett and with Randy.
Did you ever take a minute to think, after you were informed that you weren't going to be coming back with Baltimore to be a Raven again, I've won a Super Bowl, I've gone to the Pro Bowl,
Right.
I've been named All-Pro. Maybe this is it. Maybe I'm done. Did that thought ever occur to you?
No, it really never did. I just love what I'm doing, and I knew that the Tennessee spot might be open. I had maybe put in a word with Brett right after it happened, and I knew that was a possibility. Growing up a Titans fan, there's no way I could have thought about that, so yeah.
So Tennessee calls, is it an immediate yes, or do you have to say, maybe I'll look around, play the field a little bit?
Well, I leave that stuff up to my agent, but I know if it was me, I definitely would have jumped on it a lot faster. But I think we slow played it a little bit. But yeah, I was definitely thrilled when we got the call, and and that was a possibility.
Who is more excited to come to Tennessee, you or your family?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. Like I said, I'd grown up a Tennessee Titans fan. I came to a game and with 5 of my other high school buddies, and we did the Titans across our chest. It was like the middle of December, so I was a diehard fan back in the day. But my parents have come to every game. I'm 2.5 hours away from everybody in Memphis, and going to school in Knoxville. I'm so close to everybody that I spent so much time with. So I don't know, that's a toss-up.
It's got to be good to be out of kind of the Northeast and that sports world and back in SEC country, back in Vol Nation.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a lot of things that just feel good about being home.
I see a heck of a lot more power tees around town than I did up in Baltimore. There'd be the occasional one, but even now I'm still getting used to, like, you know, oh, there's a power tee, because like I said, for 11 years, that was such a big deal if I saw one around Baltimore. But yeah, it definitely, you know, feels like home.
Now, you knew Brett Kern a little bit from being at Pro Bowls together. What made you the most excited about coming to Tennessee and being able to work with him?
You know, Brett, you know, like you said, we were at a Pro Bowl together, but I've followed Brett's career and just how great of a punter he's been in his career. I was excited to come and be able to contribute here and help the special teams here be as great as it's been in the past and help contribute as however I could. So I was excited to work with him because I'd seen how special he'd been for so long.
What surprises you about the way that he works, maybe?
I don't know. I think Brett's precision and his attention to detail on, you know, where he wants to place the ball. It's just cool to help him and be a part of that operation.
I know you guys do a lot of research on the upcoming opponent.
Right.
Is that something that a lot of specialists do, or is this kind of a unique thing that you guys do to try and help the special teams unit as a whole?
I've always kind of do it. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what other people do, but I do try and kind of offer my perspective on snapping, because a lot of people don't, you know, they don't pay attention to snapping, and it's something I kind of have an eye for, I guess. And so I make sure and offer what I see. You know, I'm excited to contribute as many ways as I possibly can.
Tell me a little bit about working with Craig Aukerman. What is his style like? How has he been able to help you maybe become a better long snapper?
Absolutely. That's another attention to detail thing. He doesn't let me take a play off. You know, today at practice he offered some coaching for how I should have played the play, and he brings a lot of energy, a lot of excitement to the meeting room, a lot of excitement to practice. Keeps it fun, keeps it light. It's a great atmosphere to be in, to get better in each day.
Are you surprised by the longevity that you've had in your career?
Surprise would probably be a good word for it, to be honest with you. I remember an older snapper commenting on me as a young snapper and saying that I could play 10 years in the league, and to me that seemed like an eternity. And so I was really excited about, you know, the thought of being able to play that long. But, you know, now that, you know, I'm in my 12th season now, it seems like it's been a blink of an eye at the same time. So I still feel like I can play several more years in this league, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Morgan Cox has been a great addition to Titans special teams this season.
You know who else has been a great addition to the Titans and Titans radio?
Who?
Coach Mack, Dave McGinnis.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Obvious.
Yeah, well, he's going to help us break down some of the big plays from the Titans' victory over the 49ers. Stick around.
Welcome back to the BetMGM studio and Titans All Access. Last Thursday's win over the San Francisco 49ers was full of big plays, and so we needed Dave McGinnis to help us break them down.
From Jack Rabbit Jenkins' interception all the way to the return of A.J. Brown, we've got it all right here on Beneath the Surface.
This is Coach Mack. We're going beneath the surface, powered by Microsoft Surface. 49ers have already scored one touchdown. They're threatening in the low red zone again. Watch George Kittle. This is a switch release. George Kittle's number 85, a switch release. Jack Rabbit Jenkins does a tremendous job. They pass this off. Watch Jack Rabbit get in great position. He knows exactly what the route is coming. And when Garoppolo delivers it, Jack Rabbit steps in front for a critical interception in this ball game. This was a tremendous play. Not only is reading the formation, but also putting into practice in the game what they had worked on all week. Big play for the Titans at this point in the ball game. This is the third quarter. The next interception or takeaway by the Titans defense. Watch the formation now. The 49ers gave you a lot of movement. Watch the adjustments, all of the adjustments that the Titans defense has to make on the movement. But as they do this, they also are able to get into perfect position. They know what's coming. Another great job of preparation. Watch Amani Hooker playing a post safety, read the eyes, directional delivery key of the quarterback. Comes up with a big interception here in the third quarter. All of these adjustments put the Titans in a perfect position. Watch the post safety come out of the top and pick this thing off. This was a tremendous boost to the Titans here in the third quarter. Score 10-10, third quarter. This is 3rd and 22. Not an ideal situation, but watch how the Titans manipulate this situation to their advantage. First of all, hard count, get the 49ers to jump. Very alert by the entire offense. Continue the play. Quarterback and receiver are on the same page. Once they get into jump, it's a free play downfield. Watch the protection. The pocket is excellent. To Tannehill's right, watch him maneuver up to his left, work up, and then launch it to A.J. Brown, who is one-on-one. This is an extremely difficult combat catch, very strong hands. A.J. Brown with a monster day. This was just one of many examples of A.J. Brown on third down coming through as a huge element in the Titans offense. We're in the high red zone here. Watch A.J. Brown with a beautiful move on the outside. He is in man-to-man. Watch him stick his cornerback to the outside. Very precise, breaks it off. Excellent protection. Ryan Tannehill steps up, delivers a dart to A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. This was very well executed, well protected. Tremendous part in this football game as the Titans start to mount their comeback.
Speaking of playmakers, one of the Titans' biggest playmakers is a Pro Bowler again.
Kevin Byard.
Yes, Kevin Byard. And while we're very excited about what he's doing on the field, it's what he does off the field and mainly what he's doing leading up to the game against the Miami Dolphins that really has us fired up.
I have it right here. I'll tell you about it. From the mayor of Murfreesboro himself, Kevin Byard, when Titans All Access continues.
Fires downfield, the ball is intercepted. Byard, 40, 35. Allie Cox gets him out of bounds at the 31. The mayor of Murfreesboro. Fires right side, intercepted Byard. 20, 10, 5, end zone. Titans have picked it up with Byard to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown Titans. Kevin Byard to the house.
Man, it's so fun watching highlights of Kevin Byard and especially seeing him doing Kevin Byard things again. It's so fun, and it's so good to have him be a Pro Bowler again.
A second Pro Bowl for Kevin Byard. Excited about that. But as great as he is on the field, he does even more special things off the field. Take a look at this. In partnership with Ashton Real Estate and the Byard Family Legacy Fund, the Titans are hosting a shoe drive for children and teens in foster care. The inaugural Nashville Kick for Kids drive will be held at Nissan Stadium when the Titans face the Dolphins this Sunday. We're asking fans to bring their new or gently used sneakers of all sizes to the drop-off locations around the stadium before entering the game. Visit NashvilleKicks.org for more information or to donate to the Byard Family Legacy Fund directly. As a way to say thank you, donors will be eligible to win a signed Kevin Byard football. Great job, Mayor of Murfreesboro and the Byard Family Legacy Fund. That's good stuff.
That's really good stuff and what we expect out of Kevin Byard.
And you probably got some new shoes for Christmas anyway, so donate this weekend if you're coming to the ball game. When we come back, it's time to talk how we beat the Miami Dolphins. The keys are next.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Welcome back to Titans All Access. We're about to get to the best part of the show, Mike Keith's Keys. But before we do that, we've got to talk about the best time of the year. It is the time of the year where playoff math happens. And Mike, for as much as I love this time of year, I'm terrible with math, so I'm gonna need your help.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you who to root for this weekend. No math, just who to root for.
I like that.
All right,
Quick
so
and easy.
it helps the Titans if Las Vegas beats Indianapolis, if Cincinnati beats Kansas City, if Jacksonville beats New England, if the Rams beat Baltimore, and if Denver beats the Chargers. So somebody asked me last Sunday, who should I be rooting for? Those are the 5 teams that if they win, it helps the Titans the most.
And then the Tennessee Titans, of course, get the win over the Miami
Well,
Dolphins.
of course, if the Titans beat the Dolphins, they are AFC South champions no matter what else happens.
And I like that math a lot.
That math is very simple, but it's time for our keys to beating the Miami Dolphins, presented by our great friends at visitmyrtlebeach.com. You know, one of the things that you can do in Myrtle Beach a lot, play golf.
Ooh.
a lot of great golf courses. You're thinking, where am I going to go in the next couple months to play golf? Visit myrtlebeach.com.
Mike Keith.
Yeah.
You read my mind sometimes. Where am I going to go play golf? There you go.
You weren't thinking that. No.
I totally was. Mike, let's get to your keys.
Key number 1 is let's keep that passing game going. Man, that was fantastic in the second half. 12 of 16, 154 yards, a touchdown. That looked like early in the season. Titans need to keep that passing game rolling into this game against Miami.
All right, what's key number 2?
Key number 2 is you've got another wide receiver tight end challenge, just like in the San Francisco game. The rookie wideout Jalen Waddle has over 80 catches on the year and is having a great year. Dolphins also have maybe one of the most underrated tight ends in football by the name of Mike Gesicki, very talented. And so that's about the defensive backs, that's about the linebackers. Same sort of thing as they had going into the San Francisco game, a big challenge with a lead wide receiver and a talented tight end.
All right, the third and final key.
Play clean. That's what the Titans did best against San Francisco. Limit penalties, no turnovers, no mental mistakes. Stay on track with that. If the Titans play clean, they're going to be hard to beat.
All right, well, those are some great keys heading into the final regular season game at Nissan Stadium.
The final regular season game at Nissan Stadium, indeed. And we'll remind you, it's the Titans and the Dolphins at Nissan Stadium this Sunday. Kickoff set for 12 Central. Amie Wells and Rhett Bryan have Titans Countdown on Titans Radio at 11 a.m. Check your local listings for the Titans radio station in your area. And we hope this game does not take 7 hours and 8 minutes like the last Titans-Dolphins game did.
Yeah, no thank you.
Not great.
Nope.
For Amie Wells, I'm Mike Keith. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I'm bringing snacks just in case.
You should. Or a tent.